Hello, my name's Lisa, and if this is your first time here, thank you for joining me. I appreciate all of my subscribers and channel members. We're just going to dive straight into today's video, which is going to be an update on the filing of Janette Braun, Lauren the Mortician against Caffeinated Kitty, Becca Day, and the girlies from the Do the We Know Them podcast. So the only filing which is available at this present time is from Caffeinated Kitty. The whole lawsuit has been gone through by Runkle of the Bailey, and I'll link the video below. So if you want to go and see the whole of this lawsuit, and his video is about an hour and a half long, then you can hop over there. But I am just going to do a brief summary of the main points, which for me make all of the difference. So without further ado, let's see what her amazing lawyer has come up with, shall we? The lawsuit starts off with the introduction, and it says, at its core, this action is an attempt by an alleged well known social media influencer with millions of followers and her lawyer to silence an individual who has voiced opinions about them on social media with which they disagree. So, to sum that up, it's explaining why the lawsuit was brought in the first place, and it's because neither Janet, well, should I use her proper name? Janette Braun, actually going to refer to her as Janet from here on in, though, because I prefer that name. And Lauren the Mortician liked what was put out about them, and they tried to have people's content taken down unsuccessfully in the majority of cases. So they took it upon themselves to bring this ludicrous lawsuit, in my opinion. I'm not a lawyer, but even to my untrained eye, it looks to me like they can't win. And from what I've seen of the filings from both sides so far, I would have chosen a much better lawyer, in my opinion, than the one Janet chose, because it looks to me like she's using her friend as a penny pinching episode. So let's have a look at the next part of the lawsuit that's of relevance. While plaintiff Lauren Propson and her lawyer Janette Braun LP Law collectively known as Braun, may not like what defendant KC, the owner and operator of the social media account Caffeinated Kitty, hereafter known as KC, has to say about them on TikTok. The allegations of the complaint reveal that KC's alleged statements are nothing more than her opinion, her subjective beliefs, and at worst, hyperbolic name calling that are not actionable as defamation as a matter of law. Love the way this has been written out and filed by Casey's lawyer, because even to my untrained eye, I really can't see any defamation. From my point of view, all I can see is that everyone gave their own opinion of the situation, and all Casey did was speak her mind, and Lauren the mortician objected to what was being said. I feel that she needs to grow up personally, and I just feel that this intro is direct and straight to the point, and that the other two, i.e., Braun and Lauren the Mortician are just bullies. And Lauren the Mortician seems to me that she's saying, I have a much bigger following than you and a lawyer in my pocket, so I'm going to be the winner at all costs. And to be honest, all of this actually started by Lauren the Mortician thinking that she knew better than anybody else. She put a video up about a car seat and gave incorrect information regarding it. An expert corrected her, and then boom, this is how all of this came about. And it simply just escalated. It started off by innocent comments, then it progressed on to people having their videos taken down and their social media cancelled for absolutely ridiculous reasons. Let's dive back into what the lawsuit is actually saying about how this all started from the lawyer's point of view. Indeed, the complaint itself reveals the lengths to which plaintiffs will go to harass KC for voicing her opinions, namely calling the local police in Georgia and sending them to conduct a wholly fabricated wellness check on Casey. I just feel that they took the law into their own hands when they called in the wellness check on Caffeinated Kitty, and that is an unbelievable action to take, considering that all this person did was make an innocent video. If you want to listen to the calls themselves, I will link the video up there so that you can listen to it. This next part is very interesting as far as I'm concerned, because plaintiffs' allegations of defamation are based on statements that are a protected activity under Georgia anti-SLAPP law and are legally deficient and non-actionable. The Georgia anti-SLAPP statute mandates that all 9 causes of action asserted by plaintiffs against KC, in brackets, all of which arise out of the alleged defamatory statements, be stricken and attorney fees awarded to KC. It would be a fantastic victory for all of the defendants if the case was dismissed and attorney fees were awarded. Now, as I said previously, this is just the filing for Caffeinated Kitty. We are still awaiting the filings for the other defendants. Let's jump ahead to the next part of this specific saga, and that's the false takedown requests by Janette on behalf of Lauren the Mortician, and that is basically how a lot of this started. So let's see what Caffeinated Kitty's lawyer has to say about this specific section. The complaint alleges that Braun, who resides and is licensed to practice law in Illinois, filed a DMCA complaint with the social media company Meta on behalf of Propson to remove from Facebook a post created by Caffeinated Kitty on the ground that Kitty's post used Propson's copyrighted material. One thing that is noticeable with this lawsuit is they don't cite their sources, and in this case, Caffeinated Kitty did not use copyrighted material, and that's why they can't cite any source, because there's no proof of something that didn't occur. The complaint alleges that Meta approved the DMCA removal request filed by Braun on behalf of Propson, and it removed Casey's post from Facebook on November the 4th, 2023. Probson has not asserted any allegations of copyright infringement against Casey in connection with her alleged use of copyrighted material in her Facebook post. Rather, this action is based on allegations that Casey posted videos on another social media platform. Caffeinated Kitty made videos drawing attention to what was happening for the simple reason that people were confusing Lauren and Kitty and thinking they were the same person. And it's because both channels, the people that left comments would say Beetlejuice on any video that they wanted either Lauren or Caffeinated Kitty to comment on. And because they both used the Beetlejuice saying, then people were getting confused by the two creators, even though they look absolutely nothing alike and their content is in no way, shape, or form alike either. It just baffles me beyond belief as to why they brought this lawsuit in the first place. Was it because they felt it was the only way to silence people? But in my opinion, that has done the exact opposite. Yes, it has silenced Caffeinated Kitty and the other three defendants because all the time this lawsuit is happening, then none of those creators can speak about it. But in the bigger picture, it has made so many other creators talk about it that maybe would never have got involved in the first place. And I just feel that it's very naive of Janette and Lauren to bring this court case. Another thing I want to point out about this filing, and it's something that Ian Runkle pointed out as well, and it's that Caffeinated Kitty's lawyer seems really on the ball. His filing is a lot superior to the one that was filed by Janet's lawyer. There were a couple of mistakes in this one, but in the one that was filed by Janet and her lawyer, there were copious mistakes, and the judge even had to ask them to clarify some points that were left out. And that's another video I've made, which I will also link up there if you want to watch that one as well, because that's about the filing in the first place for the court case. Kitty's lawyer knows an awful lot about Georgia's anti-slap laws, and because of that, all of this could very well backfire on Janet and Lauren the Mortician, and that would be a fabulous outcome, wouldn't it? Because there are a lot of points in this filing, I'm not going to go through any more of them because they just continue in the same vein, really. They point out what was said for each of the misdemeanors that are supposed to have taken place. They say why the lawyer believes that they're not factual, and everything basically continues in the same vein. This was just a quick update from a non-attorney's point of view. We're just going to leave it there. Once there are more filings from the other defendants, I will come back and talk a bit more about what they've had to say. Obviously, each one has their own lawyer, so their filings could be completely different to this one. And I'm just hoping that the stress that's being caused for the defendants ends soon, because they don't deserve any of this. In my opinion, they didn't do anything wrong. If you've enjoyed the video, please give it a like. Please subscribe to my channel as I'm trying to get to 1,500 subscribers, and I would appreciate that greatly. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye bye for now.